like whoever made the last run of the set won the set too. I mean, what made the difference in that fifth set to you?
We started off a little slow. We had, I think, three service errors in a 15-point set can be devastating. I think we were trying to find our rhythm in there, but we just couldn't rebound off some of the big plays. And I think it starts from the service line, and we were just a little bit slow out of there. I think we did a good job starting to find our middles in there, but they were just really scrappy. They were digging some balls in there, and I think it was hard for us to convert on the second, third opportunities.
Allison, you did 7 blocks tonight. What did you feel like you were able to do with the net to kind of slow down Omaha at times?
I think I'm naturally a good blocker. I think that's kind of what I'm known for. And I've played against Sid Hilly in the Big Ten and in Athletes Limited and played with her in Puerto Rico. So I'm used to seeing her, and I'm used to seeing Betty and a lot of these other attackers. So I think I was just pretty good with my eyes. And then our pin blockers were doing a great job getting some good lineups out there. And it's super easy for me and Veronica to close when our pin blockers are doing their job.
How big was that second set? Your first set, you're able to come back to close out. You think you trailed 23-22 or something like that to close that out and even the match at that point?
Yeah, I think we show a lot of grit at times, and I think our next step is showing that all the time. And I think we could have used a little bit of that in the fifth set, but our second set, we didn't give up our fight. I know we had a little bit of a lead, but we still fought to the end and came out on top.
Will, last time we played here was early February. How far has the team come since then? You got swept that night to be able to go to 5, and then you beat Omaha since then too. I mean, what kind of progress has there been?
Yeah, so I actually have been gone since January, so it's been quite a while, and I think we have really established, that grit that Ali was talking about. When we were first getting in the gym, we're learning each other and we're learning how to play well together. And it's my first match being back and seeing everyone together and trying to adjust to the system as well. So, I could have been better, and there's a lot of different things that could have been better tonight. So I think we just have to be able to change our mindset because we play them again, at home on Tuesday. So
Did it take you a little bit to get back in the groove, kind of on the court again?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm still adjusting, I've only been back for a week now. So the ball is completely different than the international ball. So getting used to that and getting used to a new setter and all these moving pieces. So yeah, just have to be able to get back in the gym and the days that we do get to practice and use those efficiently. So.
Coach, I know, as you get kind of the last few weeks too, every match is precious as you try to fight to get to one of those playoff spots too. You see Omaha again in a couple of days. Yeah. What do you kind of do to kind of have a different outcome next week?
I think we really did a good job. I think we executed the game plan that we wanted to, especially block and defense wise. I think we just really focus on our side. Ali kind of talked about in the beginning, we just lost momentum. We lost some energy there. We have to convert. One of our things we've been talking about, have to convert on the easy plays. There's still just a little bit of hesitation in chaotic moments, and I think that changes the momentum of a game. And again, volleyball is a game of momentum, and we have to keep it on our side. So focusing on our own plays. Mm-hmm.
Coach, were you surprised by any of the substitutions Omaha made tonight?
No. They've got a great team. They've got a lot of depth. They can pull off anybody at any moment. I think when we saw them at home, they did the same thing. And when they started to struggle, they put in new faces, and it brought them back and kept them in the match. So, when you have depth, you want to go to it.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Brandon's.
Oh.
Laura Berg-Boone, along with setter Sydney Hilly and opposite Just Shaven Landsman. Supernovas broke their own franchise record with 19 blocks tonight.
Come on.
Double.
Come on.
He owes us 3 rounds of ice cream.
And Sydney broke the franchise record with 61 assists.
Let's go.
We
Okay.
keep breaking our own
Yeah,
records
yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Full double duty, 16 kills and 11 digs.
Nice.
It is open for questions.
Did you have to describe that as stressful? Was that stressful for you? Rick?
No, that is pretty much everyday volleyball, but we know that it's going to be battle. We've talked about it all week, focusing on our team system defense and just being a little cleaner. But right now, this point of the season, wins are necessary for everyone. And it's going to be a battle no matter who we're playing, night in, night out, on the road, at home. So that is the mindset. We have to outwork and we have to win ugly, win great, but you just have to figure out how to win. And that's why I'm proud of them. Jess, awesome tonight. But Sid, just finding her attackers and earning her assists, obviously. And you have to be able to adapt and adjust. And we did that.
What key was the difference in the fifth set?
I would say the composure. And it took everyone. I mean, I think our bench came out at times, even during challenges, like Nazi was out there. But it was just the composure that the underlying, knew we had it. And then just the way they compete together. And they just stick in there and they hang in those long rallies. And that grind, you have to feel that as a team. And I think that we did.
Coach, did you try to adjust defensively on Ilara with how she was attacking you guys?
We really went back to just basics of taking ball and then just reading, but just being a basic perimeter around for the whole match. I think in the match, they might have adjusted if our middles were serving, things like that. So there was an ongoing dialogue on what we were doing, but it was pretty much a basic perimeter. Maybe just some adjustments on who was serving or who was in the back row for us.
Laura, talk about the substitution of Paige for Brooke.
We needed, this is something we talked about in the break. When there are pieces that we need more offensively from to keep a balance, that's on us to get people in there. Brooke does so much. She does so much for the overall game, even defensively and passing. And so at that point, we needed more balance for the offense. We went to Paige so we would keep the ball control and defense, but wanting to spark offensively for us. And that's kind of what I talked to Sid about going into that. But we were ready. I mean, I know the bench is ready if we needed people and if we needed to go back to Brooke, but Paige did great. Same as Soph. Soph came in. We needed, again, some offense, a little bit of a spark, and she did well when she came in.
What's that say about the team depth that we could put in players like that?
We talk about it all the time. And this team, the way that we train day to day and they compete in the gym, they know, and that's why they trust each other when we go to people and people come in off the bench. Because to me, it's not that we have a bench. We can play 6 people, but they earn it, and every player that's out there earns it. And the people that get their opportunities, they have earned them. And so that's what makes this team so special, and it's depth, but it's also the team chemistry. It's how they play for each other and the way they communicate, even if they're not out there.
Sydney, how'd you feel about your match tonight? Did you know your numbers were going that high?
No, I mean, it just felt like really scrappy and gritty. And that was something I was really proud of, just because we've talked about getting better at defense and just out scrapping teams, because we felt like that's where we were lacking against Atlanta. So it might not have been the prettiest at times, but I felt like we kept rallies going and we earned a lot of transition swings and people were able to put the ball away at second chances and third chances. So I was really proud of the way that we extended rallies today.
Just what do you get fired up more for, a big kill or a big block?
A block, yeah. I feel like a block just gives you momentum and it kind of sinks the other team a little bit. So it's just a little bit of both. And it just feels really good to get a block.
You and Christina were both putting up balls, but what was working well for you? What kind of scouting? What were you doing well with that?
I think it's a total team effort. I think our back row is constantly talking to us, hey, pull your block in, or like the coaches are talking to us. So it's a total team effort to adjust. And Christina and Tori do a great job. And everyone really, of just talking about where to set up. And so I feel like our communication really helped us tonight with the blocking. Oh, they were amazing. Yes, I remember them. Of course.
Thanks.
Also pumped about that.
Yes, very pumped. Good timing.
Or how about turning around and having to play this team again on the road in a few days?
I just talked about this on TV. The match tonight will look nothing like the match that we play in San Diego. I'm sure that they're going to look different. We'll look different just because it's going to be every night is different. And it could be a different matchup. It could be different personnel. No matter what it is, the energy and the flow of the match will change, even though it's the same opponent. But not only that, it's the fourth time we've played them, back to back, and the fourth time we've played. So we have to just regroup, watch a video, clean some things up, and be ready to go.
Do you maybe sense some urgency from a team like San Diego? They want to make sure they finish in that top four. You're probably going to see a little more of that down the stretch.
Yep, 100%. I mean, every match from here on out is going to be urgency, but almost like we need this win. And that's how we have to play no matter what position we're in. We need to play to make ourselves great as we continue down the road. I mean, it is about us and our side and what we need to do to be the best for this organization, for our team.
Sydney, I know there was a high bar set on night one here with the crowd and the environment, but are those things that you sense or you feel, later on as home matches, you have more of those? I mean, tonight it seemed like there was a ton of energy and it got pretty loud there in that fifth set when it was like set point or close to it.
For sure. I mean, every time I come in here, I get so I'm full of gratitude just at how many people care about us and are knowledgeable about the game, and they bring such good energy. It's such a fun atmosphere to play in. And I actually have a couple of friends in town, and I was just so excited for them to experience what it's like here. And so they were getting into it in the crowd as well. But I think that playing here is awesome because of how awesome our fans are.
See a lot more purple and whatever the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Jess, it seemed like you had a lot of support here tonight from the people that gathered around you after the game. Can you talk about what that means to you to have people locally that will come out and support you?
Yeah, I mean, I had my Iowa State volleyball team was here, and obviously family on my side and my husband's side, and it just means everything to be able to play so close to home and to have that support. We're very lucky that we have this opportunity that we get to do that now with volleyball in the United States. So I think that showed tonight, and it was so much fun to get to talk to Christy Johnson, and she's a huge part of why I'm here right now. So it just was really special to get a hug her after the game and see those Cyclones and just know hey, you can do this too. So it was really fun to get to see everyone.
So you guys announced a new signing this week. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this time of the season, we want to keep our depth. And obviously, unfortunately, there was an injury with Nia. So we got to kind of reload and add another person to our roster. And again, we think that she'll fit in seamlessly, just her as a person and her as a volleyball player. And she'll join us. She's here now, but she'll get in the gym with us starting tomorrow. And it'll be awesome to have just another great player along with this crew.
Sid, you played against her across the net. What do you think a player like Stephanie can add to what you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I also played with her in the summer for Pan Am, but she is so talented. She has such good range of shots, and I think that she's someone who can take over a match when she's in it. So, and like what Bird said, she's one of the nicest, most genuine humans I've ever met. And so when you bring someone like that in, you're never worried about there being drama or toxicity. That they're just going to fit in and have that chemistry. But yeah, she's really hard to defend. I know that from playing against her at Wisconsin versus the Gophers, but I'm really excited to be able to set her again for sure.
Coach, any timetable when she might get into a match?
Everyone's going to earn their spots. We're going to compete. She'll jump in and she'll start playing. Obviously, there's probably an adjustment. She's not really played with the team, but no clue.
No clue.
We'll see.
Coach, with Nia having a pretty visible injury at the game today, or on crutches and everything, can you just talk about her season and what she's meant to the team?
Nia is probably one of the best humans. And every time we do a grateful or shout outs after practice, Nia's smile and Nia's energy gets a shout out multiple times from the team. And even through this week, I would say she has that same energy when she walks in, no matter what had before surgery, after surgery, whatever it was. Nia is an awesome teammate, an awesome person, and she consistently brings that every day. And it's the same with the work ethic and how she trains and takes care of herself. So I think Nia's energy and what she has added to this and been consistently from training camp to now, it's what makes her special.
Jess, is there a sense of, I don't know, desperation, but just kind of heightened sense of purpose this time of the year as you get kind of the last month of the regular season?
Yeah, I think we're all really excited for, this championship week, especially that we get to host it in Omaha. So our goal is obviously to be playing there. But I think our team does a good job of focusing on the next game because that's what's important. So yes, there's anxiousness in a good way. I think our team is handling it though very well. Like just knowing, hey, we play San Diego, our next game, like that's where our focus is. So yeah, I think we do a good job of taking it game by game for sure.
Questions? Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
you.